You ever look at some bug-type Pokemon and wonder how they even made it past beta testing? I mean, yeah, Scizor, Volcarona, and Golisopod are cool and all, but for every beastly bug, there's a whole lineup of dumpster-tier disappointments. What's going on, my fellows? It's your boy DyeItTight, and today, we're fixing the bug types that Game Freak left behind. The ones with potential buried under bad stats, awkward move pools, or just the wrong tools for the job. Let's give these forgotten failures the buffs they deserve. Rabsca's unique bug psychic typing sets it apart from most bug types, but unfortunately, it's held back by low speed and only average bulk, which keeps it from fully realizing its potential. To turn it into a real team asset, we're boosting its defense from 85 to 100, special attack from 115 to 130, and special defense from 100 to 110, making it a much more durable special attacker that can take hits and dish out respectable damage in return. While its speed remains at a modest 45, this positions Rabsca perfectly as a supportive pivot rather than an offensive sweeper. For abilities, it retains Synchronoise, but it gains a powerful new signature ability called Scarab Offering. This ability fits the Scarab Beetle theme perfectly. Once per battle, when Rabsca switches in and no screens are active, it automatically sets up both Reflect and Light Screen, giving its whole team a vital defensive boost that can turn the tide of the battle. To complement this support role, Rabsca also now gains access to Healing Wish, which now creates a powerful synergy. After using Revival Blessing to bring back a fainted ally, Rabsca can follow up with Healing Wish to restore that ally's HP fully, ensuring they come back stronger and ready to fight. Together, these changes reshape Rabsca from an overlooked Revival user into a versatile tanky support Pokemon with a unique niche centered around team protection and sustainability. Illumise has been long overshadowed by Volbeat, stuck with a pure bug typing and stats that left it struggling to make an impact in any competitive format. To change that, we're giving Illumise a new bug fairy typing. This opens up a whole new avenue for offensive and synergy. We're boosting Illumise's defense from 75 to 95, special attack from 73 to 103, and special defense from 85 to 100, transforming it into a much bulkier and more threatening special attacker capable of sustaining hits and dishing out significant damage in return. Its speed remains a respectable 85, allowing it to outspeed many common threats and capitalize on its offensive pressure. Illumise retains its classic abilities, Oblivious, Tinted Lens, and Prankster, all of now which complement its new role exceptionally well. With access to Calm Mind, Illumise can boost its special attack and defense mid-battle, becoming an increasingly dangerous setup threat that's hard to take down. These buffs collectively give Illumise a fresh identity as a versatile supporter who can back up its team with offensive pressure and valuable utility, finally stepping out of Volbeat's shadow and into competitive spotlight. Up next is Illumise's partner in crime, Volbeat, a bug type that's been stuck in the shadows for too long with Illumise. To give Volbeat a fresh identity and better synergy, we're changing its typing to Bug Electric, opening up new offensive and supportive options. Volbeat's abilities get a significant upgrade. It keeps Prankster for priority status moves, and gains the new signature ability Electromorphosis. This ability gives Volbeat the charge effect whenever it takes a hit, boosting its next electric type move and turning it into a reactive threat that punishes physical attackers, just like Bellibolt. We're boosting its attack from 73 to 103, defense from 75 to 95, and special defense from 85 to 100, making it much bulkier physical attacker that can take hits and dish out serious damage. Speed remains a solid 85, letting Volbeat outspeed many common threats. It also gains access to Volt Switch for pivoting and bulk up to boost its attack and defense mid-battle, making it a durable offensive threat and valuable utility Pokemon. These changes make Volbeat a speedy, tanky physical powerhouse that perfectly complements Illumise's special attacking and support style. Parasect's Bug Grass typing gives it a unique niche, but for years it's been overshadowed by faster, stronger, and just better Pokemon because its stats just don't cut it. To bring Parasect up to speed, we're pumping its attack from 95 to 115 and boosting its defense from 80 to 100, giving it solid physical presence and durability. Special attack gets a modest increase to 75, while special defense jumps from 85 to 100, making it much tougher against special attackers. Speed remains low at 30, reinforcing its role as a bulky disruptor rather than a sweeper. Parasect gains new priority moves like Sucker Punch and First Impression, allowing it to strike first and punish frail foes effectively. It retains Effect Spore and gains a brand new signature ability called Spore Sovereign, which fits perfectly with the parasitic mind control theme. With this ability, Parasect's attacks have a 30% chance to confuse the target, and if the target becomes confused, Parasect takes 50% less damage from that Pokemon. This synergy makes Parasect a nightmare to deal with, as it not only spreads disruption, but also gains defensive benefits when opponents are mentally compromised. Altogether, these buffs transform Parasect from a forgotten relic into a physical imposing, status-inducing force that commands respect on the battlefield. Armaldo has always stood out for its bulky, rock/bug typing and solid defensive stats, but it's never been able to fully capitalize on that due to middling speed and limited offensive versatility. To fix that, we're boosting its attack from 125 to a formidable 145, turning it into a true physical powerhouse capable of breaking through common defensive walls. Its speed gets a major upgrade as well, from 45 to 75, allowing Armaldo to outspeed a wider range of threats and make better use of its offensive tools. Defensively, it remains reliable with strong bulk and access to battle armor, which protects it from critical hits, alongside Swift Swim as an alternate ability that grants a speed boost on rain teams. On top of raw power, Armaldo gains new moves like Excel Rock to provide priority rock type damage and Sucker Punch for surprise first strikes against faster foes, and it also gets Spikes to lay down entry hazards and support its team. These buffs not only enhance Armaldo's ability to dish out damage, but also give it valuable utility options, making it a versatile and threatening physical attacker who can control the pace of battle in multiple ways. Pinsir has been long known for its raw physical power and intimidating presence, but its pure bug typing and average speed tier have kept it from reaching its full potential in competitive play. To give it a fresh and dynamic edge, we're retyping Pinsir as Bug Ground, granting it valuable immunity to electric types and opening up new offensive and defensive possibilities. This typing helps cover up some of its traditional weaknesses and adds thematic flair reflecting Pinsir's burrowing, powerful nature. We're boosting its attack from 125 to 140, turning it into an even more fearsome physical attacker capable of breaking through tough defensive cores. Its defense rises modestly from 100 to 106, while its special defense gets a solid bump from 70 to 78, enhancing its overall bulk. The biggest upgrade is in speed, jumping from 85 to a swift 110, enabling Pinsir to outspeed a wide range of threats. Pinsir gains access to Fell Stinger, letting it sweep after an opponent's member goes down, and newly added Trailblaze, a powerful grass-type move that perfectly complements its new offensive style. Maintaining its versatile ability pool with Hypercutter, Moldbreaker, and Moxie, Pinsir now boasts a flexible toolkit to fit various team strategies, from breaking through stat boosts, ignoring abilities, to snowballing off kills. These changes combine to make Pinsir a fast, bulky, and hard-hitting physical powerhouse ready to dominate the battlefield in fresh, exciting ways. Forretress has always filled a valuable role as a hazard setter and physical wall, but it's often felt like dead weight once it lays down its spikes or gets a rapid spin-off. To bring it up to modern standards and give it more battlefield presence, we're introducing a new signature ability, Shrapnel Armor. With this ability, every time Forretress is hit by a physical move, it automatically sets a layer of spikes, up to the usual max of 3. This turns Forretress into a punishing wall that punishes contact-heavy teams just for trying to deal damage, especially those relying on U-turn or physical priority. Pair that with Sticky Web, and now it's a hazard stacking machine that can completely tilt the momentum in your favor. We're also giving its stats a few key boosts. Its already massive defense rises from 140 to 150, and its special defense gets a much needed increase from 60 to 90, helping it survive longer against special attackers that used to be a death sentence for Forretress. Attack is bumped to 100, so it can better utilize options like Gyro Ball and chip away at foes instead of sitting idle. With these changes, Forretress becomes more than just a passive support mon. It's a slow-moving siege engine that builds value every turn it stays on the field. Frosmoth has always had the right tools to be threatening: Quiver Dance, a high special attack stat, and a powerful ability in Ice Scales. But its extremely poor speed and paper-thin physical bulk kept it from ever standing out in the meta. These buffs aim to fix that while preserving its original identity. With its speed now increased to 85, Frosmoth can finally outspeed a solid portion of the unboosted meta game after just one Quiver Dance, turning it into an actual offensive threat. Its defense has also been brought up to a much more respectable 80, helping it stomach priority and ship from physical attackers that used to blow past it. A bump to 130 special attack and 95 special defense means it can even hit harder and take advantage of Ice Scales even more efficiently, especially in matchups where it sets up for free. New moves like Roost can give it longevity to stay longer in the game, and Chilling Water provides utility and the ability to slow down physical attackers looking to end its sweeps early. While Frosmoth still needs a bit of team support, especially in the hazard control department, it now feels like a genuine win condition rather than a gimmicky glass cannon, With proper positioning, Frosmoth can be the kind of snowballing, late-game sweeper that demands respect. Escavalier has always been a tanky, hard-hitting physical attacker with incredible attack and solid defenses, but its crippling 4x weakness to fire has kept it from reaching its full potential in competitive play. To mitigate this glaring vulnerability, Escavalier gains the custom ability Scorched Armor, which halves damage taken from fire-type moves, reflecting its heat-tempered armor that absorbs and disperses flames rather than succumbing to them. This makes it significantly more durable against one of those biggest threats without removing the risk entirely. Its attack is boosted from 135 to a fearsome 150, turning Escavalier into a devastating offensive powerhouse that can break through even bulky walls. Its defense and special defense both receive modest increases, raising its resilience and allowing it to be better withstood from all sides, raising them to 110 each. While it remains painfully slow at a base 20, its raw power and improved bulk make it formidable tank on the field. Adding Stone Edge gives Escavalier extra coverage not only against pesky flying types but also fire types, allowing it to threaten its own weaknesses offensively. With these upgrades, Escavalier becomes a slow but punishing armored knight capable of standing toe-to-toe with many threats while shrugging off what used to be its biggest vulnerability, turning into a true force to be reckoned with. Centiskorch has always been a strong fire bug attacker with impressive HP and solid attack, but it's often held back by its low defense and middling speed, which make it vulnerable to common hazards like stealth rocks and powerful rock-type moves. To help it stand out more in competitive play, we're boosting its attack from 115 to 125 and its defense from 65 to 80, giving it more durable physical presence that can handle physical threats better. Its special defense is also increased from 90 to 105, improving its staying power against special attackers, while the speed bump from 65 to 90 allows Centiskorch to outspeed many threats it previously struggled with, letting it hit harder and faster. While Centiskorch keeps its classic abilities Flash Fire and Flame Body, we're adding the custom ability Mountaineer, a fan favorite from the Cap project, which lets Centiskorch completely avoid damage from rock-type attacks and Stealth Rock upon switching in. This ability uniquely counters two of Centiskorch's biggest problems, allowing it to switch in safely on common rock hits and hazard damage, making it a much more reliable pivot and offensive threat. With Rock Slide as added coverage against flying and fire types, Centiskorch rounds out its toolkit to become a versatile, tough, and fast threat that can take the heat and burn through opponents. Vespiquen has often been overlooked in competitive play due to its awkward bug flying typing and relatively average base stats. But with targeted buffs, it finally gains the tools to fill a unique and impactful role. Its defense and special defense are both raised to a sturdy 112, greatly enhancing its ability to absorb hits from both physical and special attackers, making it much more reliable as a bulky pivot or support Pokemon. Additionally, its special attack is increased to 95, giving a stronger offensive presence with moves like Air Slash and Bug Buzz, which allows Vespiquen to chip away at foes and apply pressure while still playing a supportive role. Though its speed remains a modest 40, its bulk and utility compensate by allowing it to just switch in and out safely. Vespiquen is also gaining the custom ability Mountaineer, just like Centiskorch, granting it the invaluable benefit of completely avoiding rock-type attacks and stealth rock damage on switch-in. This shared ability not only addresses one of Vespiquen's greatest weaknesses, but also makes it easier to bring in safely, increasing its longevity and impact on the field. These combined upgrades transform Vespiquen from a niche pick into a sturdy strategic threat capable of supporting its teams effectively while keeping opponents on their toes. Alright, that wraps up our deep dive into buffing some of the most overlooked bug types in the game. From Rabsca's Scarab-inspired support to Vespiquen and Centiskorch gaining that sweet Mountaineer ability. These buffs give every one of them a fresh shot at the spotlight. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord to talk about all things Draft League and share your own ideas. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.